Hello everyone, welcome back to more Library of Ruina. In the last stream, we had just gotten started with our little adventure. We stumbled into the mythical library, which basically turns people into books in search of the one true book that will achieve their goals, or something to that effect. This time, we've got more books to make, so let's get right on to that, shall we? Okay, so we had just unlocked the floor of technological sciences here. Let's see what your deck is currently looking like and get you something to work with here. Yeah, that deck's gonna be bad. So let's get you... So someone's already assigned to that one. Finn's page should be okay. And then, let's get you some actual cards. On hit, inflict 2 paralysis. Fuck it. We'll grab a YOLO. And strike. Dried up could be good. Same with Rat's Guide. Endure. Skitterway seems useful. How are we doing on spread here? I don't have a lot of Pierce. Yeah, Pierce. So maybe let's grab a Thrust. Inflict paralysis on self, but restoring light could be really useful to have, so let's grab one of those. And I think one more that skews more offensive. One to hit, inflict fragile. Don't mind if I do. That should do, I think. Oh. I don't believe I burned any of our newest books. Maybe I should have done that before actually, Yeah, that should be okay. Probably should have done this before I even tried to make a deck, but it's fine. Okay, so we got some new folks to play with. Similar amount of defenses. Normal, fatal. I might go with Naukis, just for the better resistances overall. Let's see here. Rampage, that's a bit more like it. I think I'll go for that one over the paralysis skill I just used. What's this? Fend this off if you can. Clash. Ooh, these are nice. And recovering HP? Yeah, some of these are real good. Let's get these into the deck. Stat. So, first up, I guess we can empty that. Key page, Nauki. Upon defeating enemy, gain strength for one scene. Yeah, let's do it. And then your actual pages. I think Rampage, Overpower, and Mutilate will be kind of like our... Well... I don't know. Oh, that's a new one as well, I think. Pretty good. Evade 1 to 7? Sure. Actually, instead of Mutilate, let's grab Overpower. And now we can start grabbing the more defensive cards to kind of round out the lot. Quickness or Feeling good. Let's try that. And then for the others, maybe I can get 1 or 2 of these cards in there as well. Let's get the Rampage in there. A similar amount of power, but inflicting bleed as well. That's just straight up an upgrade. Wallop. Time for a little test. Which one was that? Lowering the die so I can be more aggressive. Dried up. Honestly, Chop It Off doesn't seem like all that great a card, so let's swap it out for Fend This Off if you can. And then, was there anything in, like, the standard... Maybe I can get a Mutilate in here somewhere. I don't know, though. There's a lot of good cards, so I really need to consider my options carefully. What about you? Do you have a good, like, 2-strike? Everyone has time for a little test. Actually, let's drop that one. Yeah, this should be okay. No need to do that. So I need a Book of Taein. I do have one of those left, but I kind of want to see what happens if I put in a Book of Naoki. And let's do a Book of Finn. Just get a little combat going. Oh, these are all the different decks. I think that means I'm going to have a lot of different options. Lots of Backstreet Butchers. Huh. Recover HP equal to stacks of bleed. Interesting. So you could make like a bleed deck. Well, let's just give this a try. Yo, welcome in, Dragon. It's been a little bit. I managed to finish up Hi-Fi Rush and I've moved on to a totally different game. How's the challenge run going? Assuming you haven't finished already. Let's see. I have to remember how to play this game. So that is almost guaranteed overpower. Plus the bleeds. Are you weak to Pierce? Bad how? Have a couple of unfortunate deaths or something? I'm not worried about you. Let's try to take you out, though. If I win, that'll lower the next die, so I can just gun it. I did just get the card. There we go. Oh, wow. Sanctuary Garden. Oh, yeah. Moving on to the DLC then. I can see where that would cause a lot of problems. They're really focusing on Roland in the back. Gut Harvesting should win now overall. So let's run that one. you... That's a speed of 5? Goddamn. Ooh, and that's gonna hit hard. Let's bulk up if we can. The last skill was pretty bulky. Ew. Yeah, that's just gonna hurt. And I don't have enough light for gut harvesting. I'm not expecting it to go well. Okay. Which of these do I want? Take less damage from slash attacks. 3 successful attacks on the same target. Let's grab Scars and put it on Roland. Yeah, +5 Rapier, +0 Crystal Sword, and now +3 Falchion. Ugh. Yeah, that just is not a lot in the way of useful weapons. Like, do you have some way to get them upgraded? Or are you just kind of throwing yourself at the wall and seeing what works? So... You're gonna be the dangerous one here. Let's just knock that out while I'm thinking about it. That'll reduce a lot of damage and probably inflict a stun. Given the DLC is optional, would you be able to just disregard that and kind of rush the end of the game, or is part of the challenge? Oh, right, yeah. Limited upgrades. That'll probably get me murdered. And you... I need to be concerned about that. What is it? 2-6... It's a gamble, but it's one I'm willing to take. Shit. At least the one's almost down, but Roland might not make it. So... This game focuses on a magical library of sorts. Of course they're all hard focusing Roland. Roland actually, went inside by pure accident and have basically been roped into working for the library. So what we do is send out invitations to people who are looking for something. It might be like power, riches, information. And in order for them to get said information, they have to get past us. If they fail, they get turned into books, which can then be used to entice more people to join. It's a bit of a gamble. Let's do it. Nice. Perfect. How it works is everyone kind of gets... We choose the turn order, which is the dice floating over everyone's head. So the combat involving this lady is... Yes, this is the deck building game that I mentioned. By using the books, I can get more cards. But since this lady has a 4, she's guaranteed to go first. But it's up to me whether I charge in with her and try to block it, or intercept it here. It really depends on what I have at my disposal. What does Commandeering give me right now? Actually... Oh, they're both using the same attack. Okay. Lovely. As a note, the red is just their health, 9 is... the yellow is their stagger. If an enemy gets staggered, like this lady here, they just cannot move for a turn and take double damage from anything else that comes in. Oh, I can't do commandeering. Oh, jeez. That's a little risky. Let's do a struggle. And then against you... I guess a little test. Nice. Yeah, a little bit. Worth noting here is that each card has... is not guaranteed to actually do what it says. Like, we have each attack range there that determines how much it'll, like, damage or block for, or even evade, depending on the symbol. So I need to be kind of cognizant of that. I might be able to knock you out with commandeering. Then you, defense, defense, and a real weak swing. Perfect. And now we're down to the last one. Real heavy hit. Let's get the gut harvesting in. That seems like my strongest on both fronts. There we go. Got a bit close there. But now that I've defeated them, these are all the books that I've earned. A Guide to District 23 and Dark Alleys of the Backstreets, Volume 1. And I'm allowed to burn these to get myself some new cards. Let's see. This one's got a little bit more HP. Does extra damage against bleeding enemies. That's pretty good. Another McCullen, Nauki, Tayan, Consta. I think these are extras of some of the other cards that I had gotten. Gwendolyn, DLC, Four Kings, and Lord Gwyn. What kind of cheese did you have in mind? Like, just kind of hitting her with archery before you really enter the room? Hound. I need a book of Tayan. Good thing I have one. Okay. Nope, not this. That won't do either. I can't seem to find the one that strikes me with inspiration. Her bistro. Hey there, Pierre. Brought you some fresh ones this time. They got bruised a bit too hard, but they're still breathing. What, busy developing a new dish? Welcome, Jack. Dishes are one thing, but we're running way too short on ingredients these days. When you first enter the room, he won't attack, but hitbox seems a bit off. Yeah, that's definitely rough. You got this, man. I believe in you. Oh, that reminds me. When I send an invitation to anyone, like these people, for instance, for story, I get to take a peek into their lives. I don't know. I feel like if they had any intention of patching these sorts of glitches, they would have by now. Like, Remastered at least has been out for well over a year or two, right? They're probably just too busy working on, like, the Elden Ring DLC and anything else that comes after. Luckily, I have my reliable friend Jack here, so I won't have to worry about that for now. What happened? The musicians of Bremen say they're no longer selling ingredients to us. Those freaks were always unpredictable. What about little piggies then? Same deal, stopped trading with us. I mean, you're also doing a challenge run. It's almost expected that you'd die a lot more. You're limiting what you can really do as far as both builds and how strong your equipment can get. Like, I was maybe over-prepared for a lot of some of the fights that I was doing. But you've got your work cut out for you. We'll have to do this the old way, you and I together. I'd love to, but we can't go to our usual spot anymore. The Zwei Association is safeguarding that area now. That's not too bad, I would think. Especially since you don't have a lot left to go. Like, as you said, 3 main bosses plus the DLC ones. Shouldn't be too much more, I think. Though, if that dragon gave me so much trouble, you might be in a tough spot there, but I believe in you. You got this. You've played that game much more than I have. Then we should pioneer new supply chains. While we're at it, I want to be more experimental with new ingredients. I've only been using young ones for far too long. Aw, that's unfortunate. I'll miss the pasty hand pies that you make. You'll have to deal with it, unfortunate as it is. Since we've lost several vendors that used to provide quality meats for us, sticking to conventional dishes won't cut it. Gourmets will surely notice the drop in the quality of our ingredients. I'm pretty sure these folks are talking about eating people. You were aiming to become one of the 8 chefs, right, Pierre? Yeah, best of luck with Manus. Are you allowed to use the, like, silver necklace to deflect some of his magic? I know, that came in clutch for me. That's right, the 8 chefs are the brightest of the stars of the city that shine over us. They never fail to present us with stunning and sensational flavors. What kind of new ingredients are you looking for? Aged ones should be easier to get, though their meat tends to be more squishy. It's not everyone's favorite, but some like it. I'm not looking for a compromise. I want a taste that differentiates us from other restaurants. Yeah, pendant should come in clutch, assuming you're good at using it. Ah, here we go. Ever heard of the library? I heard monsters live there. It may still be an urban myth, but monster meat is usually hard to get unless we travel all the way to the outskirts. So far, I think the only people that really turn into the books are the ones that come to the library. Like, we send out the invitations that make their way into the hands of folks who want to visit. And then, we presumably defeat them and turn them into new books. But, far as we can tell, most folks, when killed, turn into, you know, just corpses. They die like normal people would. Though we have run into some situations where people have kind of given themselves robot bodies. If you haven't used the pendant before, now's a good time to learn, I guess. Assuming you don't have, like, reliable ways of, just avoiding all of those magic attacks. Oh, now that's promising. Isn't it? I got an invitation from the library some time ago, see? I think one of our little, library rules is that people can only show up there if they consent to it. Like, they are fully aware of the risks of coming to the library. They know that they might die. I'll surprise the gourmets with a dish that's so stimulating and novel, it could even rival the 8 chefs themselves. So, Jack, you can just count on me and follow my lead, understand? What are we going to do with the ingredients I brought today, then? Let's turn them into jam. We're bottling them alive, so put on drips of anesthetics and repressors and store them in the kneader. Meat jam's nice. I knew you'd love it. Oh, and as I said before, you have to put them legs first, not head first. We gotta keep them alive as long as possible, you know? It's not as flavorful if they die too quickly. This is me on the left. This is the director of the library, Angela. So far we've learned that she is not human, but not quite robot either, I think. I think this game's world has some laws against doing, full artificial intelligence. But she might be breaking those rules somehow. Cannibalism is a thing in the back streets, it seems. There are quite a few perverted maniacs who are into that, yeah. But it's kinda taboo, even in the back streets. You certainly can't go around saying how tasty human meat is. It's actually the wealthy folk who consume human meat the most. However, the back streets of District 23 are an exception. People there only care about pursuing the ultimate flavor and will do anything for it. Yeah, and I think, having full artificial intelligence could cause ethical concerns, whether or not they should have rights. So they just said, we're not going to let this happen. Do not create Terminators, please. Each part of the backstreet seems to have its own set of characteristics. It mostly depends on the policies set by the Nest and the Wing, though most of the backstreets are being neglected anyway. Is human meat particularly delicious or anything? Heck if I know. Never tried, never wanna. These guys are kidnapping ordinary people and cooking them right after. Gourmets seem to think that such cruelty only adds to the flavor. Even worse, they believe cooking people alive and making them suffer as much as possible is key to perfecting taste. Humans eating humans, what a sight to behold. This is a brand new smell. I don't think I like this scent. Yeah, something like that. Just pursuing the ultimate flavor. Still need to finish Food Wars one of these days. Just kind of dropped in the middle of, season 4? Now, Jack, it's unfamiliarity like this that brings forth new ideas, you see? If you say so. Greetings, dear guests. I am Angela, the director and librarian of my role's namesake. Wow! What a wonderful-looking ingredient. Such glossy appearance. She certainly looks like a fresh, top-grade ingredient on the outside, but... Pierre? Yeah, I know, she's unfortunately not a human. But... that's why I'm even more excited. How do you taste? I'm afraid you cannot do any harm to me. With a mix of B-stars? Yeah. I can definitely see that. Never know until we try. Stay calm, Jack. We should keep our manners. She's the wonderful individual who invited us here, you see. Didn't finish Season 3, I have to find the seasons on so many different platforms, it's annoying. Yeah, I totally get that. I think I did see it on, I don't know if it was Netflix or what, maybe Hulu. But I also have a Crunchyroll account, and far as I know, all of Food Wars is on there, among a lot of other shows that I've been watching. Oh, yeah, I apologize for my rudeness, man. Now then, Miss Angela, may we enter now? May you find your book in this place. Okay. So it looks like most of their skills are similar to the ones I just did, except you got that. Jack can keep it fresh. Ooh, that's hella evasion. Really? Because I feel like I'd been watching it as it came out, and it was probably on Crunchyroll. Let me check. Stream Divergence. Food Wars. 4 seasons, 55 episodes. Or, wait. It seems to have 6 seasons? Or... It doesn't have the first 2 seasons, but it has the later ones. That is the most backwards thing I think I've heard. Netflix probably swooped up the rights to the first 2 seasons. I did Roland and Elena last time. Let's break out these 2. Oh, they've got higher dice values, and he recovers 2 HP at the start of each scene. Interesting. Well, I don't think I'll be intercepting their attacks at all, so I may as well match it 1-to-1. What are you doing first? Trim 1-to-6 with paralysis plus evade. Let's try that one. Meanwhile, you're going full offense. Let's try that. Okay, great start. Not as bad as that could have gone. I really do need to almost focus down Pierre here. Or, sorry, Jack. Just because that healing over time is going to get annoying. So what are you doing? 2-to-6. No one has any bleed, thankfully. 1-to-6, 2-to-5, 1-to-5. I can't use that because I don't have enough. Inflict paralysis on self, which is unfortunate, but... let's gamble. You, on the other hand... defense into offense. Maybe I can... Let's try that. Nice. That was a gamble worth doing. And that worked out surprisingly well. I have not. I really do keep forgetting to do that. When hits, inflict burn to the attacker. Let's see. Who's best prepared for something like that? Commandeering, probably. I think I may have missed the window to fully do the Hi-Fi Rush vods, but I definitely still have time to do this one. I need to deal at least 4 damage. Do I have... I don't have a guarantee, so let's just gamble it. YOLO. Oh. I made a mistake. Perfect. Oh? This music sounds new. I guess you'll have to deal with her first. Okay, yeah, I'll probably do that after this stream, just so I don't forget about it again. That might work. I don't have anything that'll pierce through the defenses, more than likely. So let's just endure. And then you can rush in with that. Oh. That went a little backwards. But okay. What's your plan now? Cruelty? Let's hit him with the rampage. And then just go full offense. There we go. Yeah. I think I will get better about that. Plus, it'll give me the opportunity to, like, make highlights and maybe post those to, like, even YouTube Shorts or, like, TikTok. Just kind of build my audience that way. Because, as it is, my audience hasn't grown since the Dark Souls days. Like, the only sub within the last 30 days was someone I know IRL. Like, I am not surprised that he, subbed. Like, I'm definitely just doing it for fun and to chew through my backlog, but it is nice to have more than one person here. Ugh, what a bunch of nutcases. It's best not to interact with the likes of them. At least they were more well-mannered than you. Well, here's a word of wisdom for our still naive Miss Librarian. If you meet a polite and well-mannered person in the back streets, run for your life. Not all lunatics are polite, but polite people tend to be lunatics. I'm not sure if that has anything to do with politeness. Yeah, nice job. Like, I think any amount of traction is a good thing. Just people coming in and liking your vibe, and that's good enough, I think. Just need to spread the word somehow. And here's another word of wisdom. Lunatics always exist in any given group of people, so there's no point in using any criteria to divide people into groups to see which is more insane. What a load of bull. Ooh. We've got a special challenge coming up here. So, since I got their books, I'm able to... So, my understanding is that there are more librarians hidden here within the library. They're kind of sealed within books of their own. So, if I challenge, effectively the owner of that book, and win, I unlock a new librarian to join the party. Like, that's why I have, 2 in these 2 clusters, but only 1 here. Let me actually burn those. Kind of. You'll see in a moment. I'm not sure how much of these... Ooh. That's actually going to be really good. So I'm going to go ahead and equip Jack. But I don't think it's the librarians themselves, it's just whoever's kind of managing that. Oh, I should probably... Oh yeah, very jazzy. I'm digging the soundtrack a lot. In fact, I only learned about this game because of the soundtrack. Like, the artist had made their way into... There is a vocal artist that made their way into my regular, like, YouTube recommendations. That could be a good one. I need to make sure I have enough defensive cards. As I'm solo, I can't rely on other folks to pick up. Cooking prep. Ooh. That could be good. Let's grab that Endure. Feeling good. I have been playing Tears of the Kingdom. I think, like, when I haven't been just kind of messing around on here, or, like, I had some miscellaneous chores to do, I've been playing Zelda. I haven't really progressed the main story much, but I could probably grab another 3 cost. What's my... I don't have a lot of strike. Let's fix that. But I have been exploring a lot. I think I've gotten like 30-ish shrines, like 60 Koroks, and like 2 of the memories. Though I think right now I'm just gonna book it for Rito Village. Don't look at me with those eyes, you're the most pitiful ones here. So I think the book is based on this guy here. And if I defeat him, I get another librarian. Wrath, deal double stagger damage. And then... That's a shame I just grabbed Blunt. He's pretty good at those. I guess my, what's it called? I guess speed doesn't matter much if there's only the one target. But, yeah, pretty much. I have gotten a couple of towers. Defense. Interesting. This'll probably do a lot. Not my best idea, but it's the one I've got. Ugh. Not taking all that, like, breathing. All dice lose 4 power when the character has a status effect. I need to be really careful about that. This is my only one that actually has 3. He has a status. I mean, it seems like this guy was a murderer, but he has a status effect on him, and because of that, that's more like 1 to 3 times. That's actually really good for me. Let's keep it fresh. Yeah, that breathing... He was breathing because he had the status ailment. That's what happened. I understand now. I should be able to break through his... But that's going to be ineffective. Or endured. Let's do Rat's Guide. There we go. And now that he's broken... Oh, god damn it. Oh, I skipped my turn. I'm a fool. Well. And he's hitting me hard. Okay. This is what we in the business call a problem. Ouch. Yep, that was bad. And I'm going to take damage here too, aren't I? This might be a kill. Yep. Hey, my first loss. Well, it's okay. Far as I know, there isn't really a, like, penalty to dying. But let's fix up my deck slightly. I don't need Strong Strike, since we've pretty much clarified that he doesn't take damage from bludgeoning. Honestly, Rampage might be another good one. And maybe instead of Keep It Fresh, I can do one that can inflict bleed or something. Because the longer I can keep him, wait, I already have an Endure. Let's try something different. The longer I can keep him disabled, the easier it'll be to win this. No, this one isn't a roguelike. I may have been talking about Slay the Spire. That one's a proper roguelike. Analysis. Okay, just about all of these are going to inflict something, so let's just dive right in. You're prepping. Let's get the bleed piled on. There we go. Disconnected from chat for some reason there. So, I have Rampage again, but I might just do a Trim the Ingredients. That's okay. Yep, now he's doing his big hit, so let's Rampage to counter. And he's about to break. This one should be okay. Yep, there's the stagger. Have a nice hit. The palms are doing great. The newest one, Lucy, is... I think she's still adjusting to a lot here, but she's definitely getting used to how things kind of go here. Like, she is super calm. Anytime I'm here in the office, she's usually just like... at my legs. Since he's got that going, let's go first. There we go. Easy kill. And then, Nala's still barky on occasion, but, she's a good pup. Getting a little old, though. I think her birthday is supposed to be around now, and we keep forgetting to look it up. This guy here on the right is one of the, like, the head librarian of the floor of technological sciences. But, he's excessively chill. Maybe more chill than, would really fit, but, you know, it's a weird world. Damn, check out how orderly these books are organized. The compulsion is almost scaring me at this point. Your clothes are still slovenly. He straightens Roland's attire once again. I appreciate it, but it feels kinda awkward to be honest. Proper attitude of the mind begins with a well-conducted body. Well, I guess I should say thanks. What is your business this time? Nothing unusual. Got some books to deliver and some questions to ask. Heard from Malkuth that the librarians here used to be humans long ago. Is that true? It is. Were you all seasoned brawlers in your past lives then? Like the ringleaders of syndicates? Although, my intuition as a fixer is telling me otherwise. When he says fixer, basically a mercenary. Get paid to do stuff. Your observation would be correct. None of us lived such a violent life. Save for a couple exceptions, that is. Knew it. How are you so skillful at dealing with guests, though? It's thanks to the books. We gained the powers of previous guests through their books. Oh, so that's why you guys seem to grow sorta stronger with every book I gave you. In the library, books act as a source of power. Emotions can do the same. Through the books, we can imbue our own bodies with the senses and strengths that were engraved in others' bodies. Moreover, the library can amplify the emotions of its denizens. It acts upon visitors and residents alike. Wow, these books are a lot more impressive than I thought. Heck, they might even be better than the surgeries and tools most workshops have to offer. Information is one thing, but this could be a real moneymaker. You think in secular terms. Call it the pathetically tearful survival instincts of a man who's lived most of his life in poverty, will ya? Anyway, that's all for my questions. Thanks for your kind answers. Don't mistake this for kindness. I do not particularly think highly of you. You're nothing more than Angela's little lapdog. What? Hey, that's rude. You know I didn't take this job by my choice. Does that necessarily exempt you from guiltiness, however? Now, if you're done with your errands, kindly take your leave now. That little piece of shit. I mean, he pretty much clarified that everyone we know is, not human in some capacity. Let me read these real quick. Upon successful blunt attack, inflict 1 bind and paralysis, excludes mass attacks. Blunt dice gain 1 to 3 power, but speed is fixed at 1. Lower the minimum value of all dice by 1. Raise max by 3. Okay. So, now that I've cleared out the murderer, Charlotte is here. And I can go ahead outfit them with some new pages. If I can get something that's normal to Pierce, that should be okay. And then let's get your cards in order. So, I think Strong Strike is going to be the way to go for this team, because those, like, really colorful cards you saw a minute ago, those are buffs that can be applied only within this cluster. So only Yasad and Charlotte get those, and it looks like Blunt is kind of like the real powerhouse there. So I think most of my offensive cards are going to be Blunt if I can help it. Let's find... Going first... Just some extra defensive cards. Cruelty could be good. Skitter away and endure. Then do I have... Charge up could be good. I guess another cruelty. Then you... I think I'll dump a Rampage for a Strong Strike. Like, Rampage is definitely better, but I need more Blunt. Let's grab ingredient hunt. Honestly, that might be about as good as I can get. So back in invites, I need a book of Jack and Pierre. Book of Jack, book of Pierre. Why is our office so unpopular with clients? Our office is officially designated by the Zwei Association as an affiliate, too. Oh, yeah, no worries, man. You're under no obligation to stick around longer than you want to. Or, like, if something comes up, by all means, you're allowed to take off. I'll definitely get those VODs uploaded so that is an option, if you wanted to kind of catch up on that. But otherwise, yeah, you're free to do as you please. I think the Zwei Association is something of a government authority. And then offices, they're some kind of business that employ those fixer/mercenaries that I mentioned before. Just looking out to be the top. And the crime rate of territories secured by the Streetlight Office remains at a remarkable 0% as long as the contract is in effect. We only cover 2 blocks of space at most, though. Yeah, but life happens. Anything can happen at any time. It's hard to predict. And we'll eventually get work if we wait. Yeah, sure, you can keep waiting for the rest of your life. I'm seriously considering moving to another office. Never thought you'd have what it takes to work for a bigger office. Unlike you, I have several business connections I made from experience. Do you understand? Your mother must be too busy being a legendary fixer or whatever, while I have friends who can help me right away. Yeah, some great fixer you are. Yeah, why thanks, I know I'm great. Hey, you ate the cake in the fridge, didn't you? Guys, I have work for you. Fighting again, are you? This SOB ate the cake without even asking me. The expiration date was yesterday, so I took care of it, that's all. Ah! It's my cake, and even if it's expired, I'll take care of it on my own. Anyway, boss, how about that work? Don't change the topic. I'll get you another cake, so calm down for a moment, alright? But how is a limited edition cake? I'm still rather skeptical about it, but I got this one from a friend of mine at the association. Eating coworkers' food is crime punishable by death. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have to worry about that at my previous jobs. Like, especially now that I work 100% remote, it isn't a concern. But back at my last job, I could have seen it possibly happening. Though, no one really used the fridge downstairs, so I just kind of made it my own. You mean that association fixer working directly under the Zwei? Yes, it's her. The Hana Association has yet to consider this request as a subject that needs to be addressed officially. Have you heard of the library? It seems we're getting noticed. People are learning about us and sending folks to investigate. We're an urban myth at this point, I think. Some stories of it, we overheard rats talking about it. Said the books in that place have tremendous value or whatever. I see. I retrieved an invitation to that library from my friend I just mentioned. But we might not get much payment from this request if it's off the record. And it won't count towards our official career either. Such as it is, the association is trying to remain cautious about it. Are we really gonna walk right into a place we know nothing about? She did promise to see to it that we're rewarded with pay comparable to an urban legend class request if everything goes down well. Contract worker that friend hired that took food from people's lunch coolers, swiped an energy drink, never came back. Yeah, that is awful. I don't know why people steal food. Just like, there's kind of an expectation that if you put your food there, it is yours. Unless you explicitly say, hey, help yourself to the whatever in the fridge. That stealing people's food is a no-no, it's a crime. Sure, lately is a bad idea after all, don't you think? Let's do this. Guess we have no choice. It's still too uncertain, but we need that money. We haven't been too busy lately. Thanks, everyone. We'll get through like we always have. Zwei? Hana? They're talking about associations of fixers. It takes more than just setting up an office to jump into the fixer business. There are a total of 12 fixer associations across the city, each in charge of different types of work. Cases and requests are all sorted according to the type and sent to one of those associations. Associations manage offices and delegate work to them. I see. That's right. Sometimes the association might send documents to multiple offices at once, or directly have associate fixers take care of the work. And among them, the Hana Association is in overall control of the fixers. They grade fixers and authorize offices and stuff. I have no idea. Let's check the ever-reliable site, howlongtobeat.com. Library of Ruina. Oh, this is a fucking long one. I didn't realize this. I thought it would be almost half that. Just main story is clocked in at 122 hours, with main story plus extras being 134 and completionist at 168. So, I'll probably be picking up a second game to kind of alternate, because I would feel bad about just being locked into this one game for so long. Yep. It's simply called howlongtobeat.com. And on it you can... I think everyone submits their own times. Like this one had 49 entries from PC and 2 from Xbox Series X/S. And it kind of averages the data out there. It looks like the fastest playthrough on PC was about 65 hours, and the slowest was 336, goddamn. I feel like I have a good grip on the combat and stuff here. Like, I understand how it's supposed to flow, so I might be able to proceed at a decent clip, but I think the longest single playthrough of a game I've had was Final Fantasy XIV, just because there's a lot of game to it and I get very distracted. But outside of that, maybe like Persona 5 Royal at 110, roughly? Either way, I'm no stranger to long games, and I'm definitely in it for the long haul. I'm intrigued enough. It's just... I don't know. It's a long game. I'll figure it out all as I go. Do offices have grades as well? Essentially. The requests sent out by the associations are graded too. They really love to grade things, don't they? Oh, I should probably pull OBS back up. It's easier to know that way. Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, that tracks for Red Dead 2. I did start that game and just never actually finished it. Or got all that far, to be honest. Like, I got into the main overworld after the beginning missions and just kind of stopped. Like, maybe I'll come back to it before too long here. Maybe even pick it up on PC for streams. But, I don't know, something about it just doesn't quite seem my type of game. How valuable I am as a person. Think about it. Who in the city would claim, "This is my worth," with confidence? Everyone's busy minding their own business. No one's going to lounge around having deep conversations about one's value. Knowing each other's grades and affiliations, on the other hand, can save a ton of words. You can tell if you're above or below the person you're talking to right away. Sounds like people stop trying to learn or think about it at some point. Bet you won't say the same once you experience the city life for a bit. Yeah. Like, it's one of those games where I hear, like, nothing but praise for it, and I can recognize that it's good. It's just, don't feel much attachment to actually playing it. You have to interact with so many people out there, whether you want to or not. People have been looking for ways to adapt to the city, and this is just one of them. Guess we really are desperate to think we'd take on a job like this. Stop complaining. We should be glad to have work at all. I know. Do you really have to point out the obvious? Yeah, I can see what you mean. I say that as someone who played quite a lot of Hades and had like a 60-run win streak or something. But it's not for everyone. I know, like, the girlfriend in particular is really set on story-based games, and watching playthroughs of games that just have a lot of downtime or filler doesn't quite work out as well. Like, even God of War Ragnarok, with as much story as it had, got boring at sections, because I could just go on, like, hour-long benders on just random side quests. And I know I'm totally down to do that, but I recognize that not everyone even likes to watch that sort of thing. Now, cool it down, guys. Can't tell if you're best friends or worst enemies. Excuse me, please don't associate me with this goof. I certainly don't want that either. Alright, let's have a feast at Julie's restaurant once this is over. The tab's on me. Yeah! Greetings, dear guests. You seem to be well acquainted with each other. Who are you? Prepare yourselves. There's no need to be so wary. Your ordeal has not started yet. I'm Angela, the director and librarian of my role's namesake. Nice to meet you. I'm San from the Streetlight office. We were brought here by the invitation. There's something I'd like to ask about it. Billions of people, so many different tastes. That's true. All the more reason to have all sorts of different games out there. What is it? I actually retrieved this invitation from another person, not directly from you. Are we still eligible? Yes, indeed. The invitation eventually reached you, dear guest, and you signed your name with your own will. Everything has worked out as intended. I see. May you find your book in this place. Huh, she was a nicer person than I thought. Did that look like a human to you? I mean, she did have the shape of a person, but something about her didn't feel right. Though I can't exactly put it into words. She probably is a machine. Love RuneScape and MMOs, but I wouldn't want to watch someone scream it. Yeah, like, kind of same thing with me in Final Fantasy. I'd maybe watch highlights of people experiencing key story moments, but minute-to-minute gameplay, I'd rather just play it. Didn't expect to see a machine that's so similar to a human being. Let's focus on our work. Once again, you must back off as soon as you feel that you're in danger. Okay, what are we working with here? So, they have a chance to increase their die values if they win a clash. That's when they beat me on a dice roll. Deal extra stagger damage against enemies with lower speed. Chance to inflict burn. I guess Mars is the strongest of them. You know what? Let's do Yasod and Charlotte again. Alright. So you're going against me. I may just be able to... It would be much nicer if I had, like, more foes that I could smack. But I could intercept you. Yeah. So not slash, but... Let's try just going ham. Actually, wait. You're weaker to that type, aren't you? Yeah. Let's actually do that against you. And then you can... Next dies max value by 3. Ew. Let's... That evade could be a problem. But I'll do this. Nice. Ow. Even so, streamer has good personality and good vibes. Most people follow streamer for... Yeah, exactly. Ooh. We're already getting one of these. Oh no. Picking that card makes the breathing happen again. I hate everything about that. Blah. But yeah, I definitely see what you mean about picking personality over streamer. Inflict free burn. You are really painful. And of course it's against the one that has the worst blunt resistance. It's gonna be a gamble, but let's see if I can win out by going first. And then you... And endurance next clash. That's not gonna be too much damage. And I kinda wanna just... Let's knock you out. That's fine. Gamble paid off. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. I try to keep things light and carefree. On defense... If you go in against you... And I land the hits... Particularly with bludgeoning. What does burn do again? There it is. Take 4 damage. Ew. So it's kind of like Slay the Spire's poison. Yeah, everyone's hard focusing you right now. Let's bring him down for sure, and then... You know, I just might. That or some other Souls-like game. Maybe not Blood Souls? What? Dark Souls in particular, but like... I don't know. Maybe, let's get you out of there. Like the Jedi Fallen Order or whatever? Yeah, you're staggered. Yep. Sweet. I brought down the bat. 2 for 1. Metallic ringing. And now it's just a 1v1. Okay. What are you gonna do against me? Okay, you're going more defensive, so let's counterattack. And now that I'm... Oh, yeah. That was nice. What does bind do? Reduce speed values. That's the die that rolls at the beginning. But since you're broken, I can just smack you for 1. Or 12. There we go. I think I played Battlefront 2 at a friend's house once, back when it came out, or maybe it was Battlefront 1. I say I'm not too big on, like, multiplayer games, but I've also played a fair bit of, like, Overwatch and League of Legends. In fact, I just kind of got the craving to play League of Legends just the other day. So, I don't know. They're still rookies. It's not a good idea for fixers to form such tight bonds with each other. Well, I guess this will be a lesson for them. You talk as if you're used to all this. Oh, I've already grown past that phase, and some more too. Forming bonds aren't bad per se, but there's just too much risk associated with it. The real deal fixers know when to cut things off. You mean keep enough distance from people so that you won't feel hurt from their losses? Yep. It's just ironic that people who aren't mentally prepared to face death are applying for a job that involves killing in the first place. Oh, this is a new floor. Literature, huh? This has got to be some of the most unfitting category for the city. Hello, I'm Hod, in charge of the floor of literature. Hey, I'm Roland, helper of Angela in several ways. I see. Don't tell me, do you also happen to hold some sort of grudge against Angela? Everyone fucking hates her. I'm not at all friendly towards her, that's for certain. But we made a deal with her, so we're obliged to help her without complaint. Who is we? Is she speaking in, like, the royal we, or does she have, like, another soul inside her? Or is she just talking about her and Roland? Oh boy, future ain't looking too bright. Everyone's got a problem with Angela. And PS2 is probably still the best. I can't speak to that one, since I was a Nintendo kid growing up. Like, had GameCube, Wii, and all that. Eventually got into Sony with the PS3. Which kind of reminds me, did you happen to watch the Sony Presents with all the new games that they're announcing? What the heck did she do to deserve this reputation? She's done something unforgivable, just like I did in the past. Okay, so she doesn't use the royal we. I still don't know a whole lot about this place, but I can see one thing. Something's terribly messed up with the library and its staff. Can all this even be resolved at some point? I can't answer that for sure, but you'll get to see the results. After all, there's a clear end to this deal. When they came out with the new one years ago, yeah, I totally get that. Like, especially with the whole loot box debacle that followed, I think it was the new Battlefront 2. And just kind of how that shaped both gaming and the legal sphere in a lot of ways. It's still kind of surprising to see as many prevalent gacha games like Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail and Arknights and all that stuff. Usually don't watch present games because I'm working and never think about it. Yeah, I totally get that. The only ones I would really consider would be, like, Fallen Order and that new one that just came out, like, a couple weeks ago. Though I know PC performance has been mixed. I know I've got a decent PC that cost me a pretty penny, but I don't have the most faith in modern games. But, I think those ones are definitely worth checking out. But I also don't have the biggest history with Star Wars, just because, like, I didn't grow up watching those movies. To this day, I've only seen 7, 8, and the Clone Wars movie that came out, like, ages ago. So, all in all, I'd be entering the game as an outsider to the Star Wars sphere. If you follow Angela along her journey to the end, you will find out. Do you like the Force Unleashed games? I've heard good things about those, at least the story. And then, like, Knights of the Old Republic and KOTOR 2 also had great stories, apparently. This is frustrating already. I have guests to receive and librarians to take care of. Can't we all be good friends in the library, at least? Among the books you bring, I will be sorting those about the literature of the city. As we collect more books, you might be able to find answers to your questions, whether you like it or not. Gah! Finally starting to get why Angela hates roundabout speech so much. Alright, fine. I'm gonna dig into the bottom of this mystery now that I've gotten myself into this mess. Good luck, Mr. Roland. They're short. Yeah, 8 to 12 might be a good stream game, though I think I also did get spoiled on a lot of the big story points. Assuming it's the same Star Wars game that I'm thinking about, they all just kind of blend together after a certain point. But, something to consider. Why, thanks for your supportive words, Miss Hod. So I need to get a specific book for you. So the unfortunate thing is that I didn't get a lot of books from that last fight. I only got 2 books of Mars, and that's it. Force Unleashed is easy to speed through. Yeah, that's totally valid. Prepared Mind. Non-stop Assault. So that one gears more towards Slash. Oh, it's literally a part 2. And I need to keep 1 book of Mars. I don't... Let's just do 2 general books. Who knows what I'll get. Another game? Which game? So it looks like I'll be facing off with 3 hook fixers. Weak to slash damage. And they have a lot of slash damage. So Roland is probably not going to be the good one here. Not you. So pretty good there. What are you weak to? Pierce? I think this should be okay. But yeah, I didn't realize this had music from another game too. So they're starting off with track. There was a fun board game, turn-based Pokemon game removed from platforms a year ago. Yeah, not ringing a bell? I can definitely see there being similarities, though. Do I just gamble and hit him with a YOLO? I might. But this probably seems like the more sensible option. So let's do that. Then you're doing track as well. I could try just wiping you out. I'm probably going to regret this decision. He's almost broken. Pokemon Duel, yeah. I don't think I saw that one, but... Now why did you get an extra life but you didn't? Oh, everyone's hard focusing you. Thanks, game. Thanks. You're gonna hit me first. 1 to 6. If I can dodge that... It's a gamble, but it's one I'm willing to take. Meanwhile, let's intercept you. Ah. Hey, I knocked him out, though. That's good enough for me. Very fun. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. I think they've put a bit more focus into getting, like, what is it called? Not Unite. I mean, well, yes, Unite. Pokemon Masters. That's kind of been their big mobile games. Almost beat the whole story. Yeah, it sucks that you didn't even get the opportunity to finish it. I know there was a mobile game from a while ago that I was playing, Tales of Crestoria, which basically got itself canceled. Just wasn't popular enough. But, I quite enjoyed it, and I'm really sad that it's gone. That should be okay. And then, let's intercept you. Nice. Got the stagger to bring him down next turn. Oh! And I got staggered. So, you've got 11 health. Only one of my folks are going to be fighting. Wallop seems like the best means of bringing someone down. Or... There we go. Almost perfect kill. And then I can just tag team. I'll try that. I'm not expecting it to work very well. Then you're weak to slash. This should do it. But anyways, Crestoria got cancelled, and I think their plans to finish out the story, which was really the best part about it, was, they're just making a manga for it. I mean, there are worse ways that they could have handled it. I wonder if that's, like, finished. I need to take another look into that. But... let me burn some of those new books. I mean, there are worse things you could be focused on. By the way, how's the volume balance? Consta mode. Wait, who's McCullen? Oh. Just one of those guys. Nothing too special there. Though Crestoria was very much like a JRPG at heart, just with the usual mobile game gacha elements that you've come to expect from modern mobile games. So, it's really a shame that it fell by the wayside. Okay, good. Because I feel like this game is a little bit louder compared to the other games I've been playing, so I, like, reduced its own volume a little bit. Just wondering how it sounded. Oh, they're alive! I'm terribly sorry. It's all my fault that the job went wrong. That explains why I only got, the one type of book from them. We're taking our hands off the library from now on. This was out of our scope to begin with. I already sent a report to Zwei. Yeah, I think so far every character who has come to the library has been killed by us. What? What about Mars? Was his death pointless then? I really am sorry. You can blame me all you want. or on the drawing aspect, but 100% focus. I totally get you. Like, I am not an artistic person. Like, I think half the reason why I haven't, like, made any art for the streams or anything is for that reason. I'm probably going to have to commission something, because I'm still considering getting, like, maybe not full VTuber avatar, because those things cost a couple $100, but maybe like a PNG tuber that just kind of, like, lights up or has a basic animation whenever I'm talking. I misjudged. Our profession is peacekeeping, not exploration or combat. There's a cake in the fridge. Was that you, boss? Cake? No, I didn't buy any cake yet. I'll go outside for a bit. Ah! You stupid idiot. It's not like you had all to buy cakes for others. You said your mother's an amazing fixer. You love to show off your stupidly huge sword, saying it's a gift from her. You brag so much that you'd be just like your mother someday. Mars's book. That's what happens to the people who die in there? I won't let them toy with him. I'll never let them. San will totally try to stop me if I bring this up. I'll go there on my own. I've got friends to help me too. Boy, this is frankly heartbreaking. Shouldn't have seen that. That's funny, coming from the one who gave a speech on how fixers shouldn't cling to bonds. That's right, and this is this. Or, that's that, and this is this. I've had people try to come to your stream. I don't think I've had people commissioning art like that, but I have had a couple of, like, definitely chatbots that have been like, hey, you want to buy some viewers? And I'm like, really? Are you serious? And then I banned them immediately. I think, like, my first stream, my only chat message was one of those chatbots. It was kind of funny in its own way. But have you gotten, like, commission offers and stuff? Still, reacting to every bit of lost is a waste of energy. Everyone lives with burdens to bear. I have my share of unfortunate events, and so do others. Ah, gotcha. No artists yet, but I don't know. It's bound to come up before long, I think. And it's rude to expose that without the listener's agreement. They'll be bothered to learn something they didn't have to know. You're already carrying a hefty load of emotional baggage, and telling them your sob story will feel like you're showing off how heavy your own baggage is. They might feel a bit of sympathy, but they'll also be displeased. I feel like anyone who comes in just offering that sort of thing, definitely too good to be true. Like, I'm sure that if enough effort was put in and I managed to make up an audience here, it would be possible that people would just make art of their own volition, but I feel like they would just do it rather than be like, hey, could you commission me? I don't know, something about begging for commissions just feels wrong in my book. Don't overexpress your feelings whenever you're happy or sad, and say goodbye to each other with the appropriate words. It's all for the sake of each other. Though I guess on the commission note, you can totally put up a commission page and say, and advertise yourself, but I think there is a line with advertising yourself. That sounds even more tiring to me. And I shouldn't let my feelings distract me from my librarian work, most of all. Gotta stay level-headed and help you collect books about the city. You're right. As soon as you become useless to me, I'll dispose of you. Then I'll go back to my duties of being a useful servant for the sake of my survival, ma'am. Greeting? Shut up. I don't need a greeting from a despicable piece of junk. I'm here for Mars's book. Now get his book, kill all the monsters here, then blow your head clean off. Fiance's digital artist. It's a bit sus, but I am nice to them. Yeah, that's fair. Like, I think my gut reaction is to think that they're probably a bot if their first message is to do that sort of thing. But if it's just a person wanting, like, just making conversation, that is different. And I know the girlfriend has done her own, like, commissions. She hasn't done any in a while. Just hasn't really felt the art bug. But it's definitely something. Like, I think my general stance is just, there's a fine line with advertising and just straight-up harassment. I'm afraid your third statement is going to be difficult for you to fulfill, dear guest. I said shut up. May you find your book in this place. So I'm gonna have 2 rounds here. I think just a well-rounded team, like... Let's start with Yoon's. Or Roland's, rather. Not bad voice acting. Would have so much fun. Yeah, there is voice acting in this game, but the reason I don't have it on is because it's in